talking about adversaries, ISIS, how has ISIS managed to take over a significant portion of Iraq and Syria, in your opinion?
So ISIS took, or I prefer Daesh actually. I'm told they don't like to be called Daesh, so I prefer to call them Daesh. Took advantage of a situation where a government had failed to provide the necessary services to a large portion of its population. So there are a tremendous amount of socioeconomic conditions that existed in parts of Iraq, and Daesh took advantage of that and offered something that was, in their mind, superior to what was being offered by the governments in Baghdad and Damascus. And took advantage of the ungoverned space, took advantage of concerns that the governments were not going to be inclusive, and did it by threatening force. And I spent a little bit of time out in Anbar province many years ago, and was struck by the story of a tribal sheikh who at the time talked about Al-Qaeda. And Al-Qaeda took a young boy and laid him in the road and ran over his body repeatedly until every bone in his body was broken. And this kind of terror caused people to choose sides. I've got a government in Baghdad, or a government in Baghdad that's not meeting my needs, that's unresponsive to my needs, and will not even basically protect us. I can stand and fight against Al-Qaeda or Daesh, or I can at least accommodate them and have a chance of living. And so these ungoverned space, deep socioeconomic political issues created the conditions in which Al-Qaeda and then subsequently Daesh could thrive. And so for a period of time they went unchecked, and they were able to capture a good bit of Iraq and Syria. They've lost in excess of 30% of their territory in the last 18 months. We continue to exert pressure on them across that battle space. And I think this version of Daesh is on its last months, not years.